What up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube. This is Tyler Weeb from Team Pro Physique, and today I kind of want to build on my last video. So my last video, I kind of just talked about coming into the new year, setting goals, and just trying to have a snowball effect with maybe some smaller goals that are eventually going to reach into the bigger goal. And I think I just wanted to expand on that more. I spent the last 24 hours just thinking more and more about it, and this all kind of stemmed from coming back to a regular kind of commercial gym. So before, I was lifting at a pretty just strictly powerlifting gym, but it closed, and so I had to kind of go back to just a normal gym, and just watching people not really do the small things. And the one that really kind of stuck with me was not putting your weights away. So not saying that, putting your weights away is going to equal big gains, but it does show the small, in your life, how do you do the small things that no one might notice but add up in the long run. So if take the example of just not putting your weights away, just for the sake of this argument, and that if you're not doing something that easy, that small, when people are watching and there are people that can confront you about it, what are you doing when no one's really watching? To me, if you can't seem to do those things when people are watching, what are the chances that you're not really doing the small things in the rest of your life to reach goals that you might want? So again, I'm not saying that putting weights away is gonna hinder you from being huge, but it is just part of that respect for the gym and respect for everyone else there, and it's part of going to the gym. And so I think you can take that into other aspects of your life. Everyone wants the big goal, but it seems like no one really was willing to do the small things to reach that goal, and then they don't reach the big goal, and they go, well, why didn't I do this? Or maybe they never even question, they just kind of falls by the wayside. And so I think going into the new year, a good way of looking at it, and the snowball effect of doing the small things, is look at your big goal, whatever it might be, whether it's getting that big job promotion, or hitting a PR, or for me next year is getting my pro card for bodybuilding, and then work back from that, right? Like, what are the weekly, what are the daily, what are the monthly things that you need to do to reach that goal? So much we get caught up in just the big goal, and we never really pay attention to the small things, and then the big goal never really happens. And it's the accumulation of those small daily habits, or goals, whatever you want to call it. They eventually do become habits, but it is the accumulation of all of those things. If I was, to get my pro card, if I wasn't willing to hit my macros every day, if I wasn't willing to go to the gym every day, if I wasn't willing to put in the intensity at the gym every day, if I wasn't willing to do the cardio, if I wasn't willing to do each of these tiny little things that are going to eventually equal that big goal, well, it's never going to happen. And that's the same thing with everything in life. It's the accumulation, that snowball effect of day in, day out executing what you need to do. So instead of just, maybe writing out this big goal, which I'm not saying is that it's not a bad thing to have this huge goal. That's awesome. But I think what you need to do is, okay, this is my big goal. This is what I want to do. And then work backwards. List out the daily, the weekly, the monthly things that you need to do to reach that goal, and then execute those. Try not to worry and get caught up so much in that big thing. If you execute those small things, that goal is going to happen, all right? Because you're doing what needs to be done to reach that big goal. That is the big snowball, right? And every little thing that you do just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, better and better and better. And you just, before you know it, it becomes kind of an unstoppable thing. And maybe, that daily thing that was really hard to do, all of a sudden, boom, it's a habit. And now, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next progression? Okay. So if someone, let's go, getting in shape, going into the new year, that's a lot of people's goal. If you can't commit to cutting back on soda every day, or getting a serving of veggies in every day, or whatever it may be, some of those small things that are kind of required for a healthier lifestyle, if you can't do those things, how can you expect to maybe complete that big goal of losing 60 pounds this year? Like, it's not going to happen. And so I think just going into the new year, I encourage you to think more about the small things that you can do day in and day out that's going to eventually reach you to your big goal. Try not to focus so much on the big goal. Again, not saying that it's a bad thing. Maybe on the days that you're feeling really down, remind yourself why you're doing this. But try and focus just on the small things. They will accumulate. And yeah, so those are just some of my thoughts on this subject. Just wanted to maybe clarify, expand a little bit more on my last video and just kind of what I meant about the small things. It's kind of funny how just something as small as people just not putting their weights away kind of just really got me thinking about how people just maybe focus on such big things and just not the small stuff that accumulate and show that you're willing to put in the work for the small stuff, right? So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the feels. Have a great Christmas. If you got goals, let me know. Love to hear about them. And just work backwards, right? Set an end date and then boom, boom, boom. Work backwards. What do you got to do? And then eventually all of the things, they're going to add up. So again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, ask questions. There's one of my cats right there. That's Isabel. Always watching. Have a great Wednesday, guys.